All right, Counterpunch Boxing Talk. Look, you guys need to come over, check out my group, Counterpunch Boxing Talk, TALK at the end. Send a request, I'll approve you. And also, thank you very much. A lot of people sending donations and supporting the channel through PayPal, I think, Cash App. I went and checked it the other day, and I didn't realize people were actually, supporting the channel. So thank you. I'm going to give you guys shout outs later. So, here we go. Now, earlier I was kind of thinking about it. If I'm a young, upcoming fighter, maybe a new fan to boxing, and I want to know a little bit of history on, the most popular fighter on the planet, I would say. I thought, let me put together a little guide. Let's do a little guide on how to become like Canelo Alvarez. So, I posted this earlier. Like I said, you guys come check it out. We can talk about it. A brief history of Canelo. And I wrote last one, I promise, right? And I wrote, hey, young fighters, want to be like Canelo? Well, here's how. First, you want to manipulate the system to give yourself an unbeatable competitive edge. Easy. Just create your own 155 weight division. Don't worry. Nobody will question it, right? If that doesn't work, you can always pad your resume with about 7, right? So we know 7 fighters pushing 40 years old because star power is definitely the unwritten category on the tail of the tape. Max Kellerman actually said that, right? And you guys know what I'm talking about. You had actual fans out there saying, that the bigger your name, the more compelling the fight is. It doesn't matter if he's old, washed up, whatever, like Cotto, Mosley, things like this, okay? That is what that means, okay? Now, Here's where we get to the real talk right here. Want a highlight knockout? No problem. Just fight a career light, welterweight, and middleweight because you can't really make middleweight. Although you're fighting at middleweight, defending the belt at middleweight, you won against a deteriorating Cotto. Okay. Did you catch all that? And don't forget to rehydrate to 185 pounds because that's important when you're fighting a glass jaw light welterweight, right? Took a little criticism after knocking out that glass jaw light welterweight. No problem. Just fight a washed up Chavez Jr. at 164.5 catchweight. That'll throw him off the trail. Again, this is how you become like Canelo. Okay, then I wrote, oh yeah, and don't forget to vacate the WBC somewhere in the middle of all this because you want to avoid your real challenge, the Gennady Golovkin fight, because we all know things are much better when they marinate. Just look at Mayweather Pacquiao, right? Okay, moving forward. Okay, still not sure you've got what it takes. Just add a little clenbuterol. Most important, blame it on the hard-working Mexican ranchers. There's no shame in there. Look, there is no shame in that, okay? And don't forget to shout, Viva la Mexico, in every single camera. Okay, we know, look, that drives me crazy when Canelo does that. He does that uppercut, whatever. Anyway, now, worried about scorecards? No problem. Just give Adelaide Bird and CJ Ross a call because we know the Mayweather fight was clearly a draw. Thank you, CJ Ross. Hashtag 118 should say 110. Okay, so you took a couple of losses against Gennady Golovkin. Again, no problem. Just pay off the judges, parade around the world, acting like you're the champion, because after all, boxing is 90% mental. Trilogy, who needs them, right? Who needs them? Who needs a trilogy? They're overrated, especially in a highly controversial close fight that everybody thought you lost twice. Who needs a trilogy, right? Clearly, the right move is to move up to 168 and fight a real tiger. That'll really show him who's boss, okay? Mandatories are for losers. Just become the WBC franchise champion and avoid real responsibilities and challenges. It's kind of a no-brainer. Kind of a no-brainer, right? So you want to make a little history. How's 4-time champ sound to you there, champ? Right? I can't even do this. Okay. Now, sure, there's some real competition in the 175-pound weight division, but if you want to make a real statement, just fight a 36, not 7-year-old washed-up Kovalev, and don't worry, it's rigged. You cannot lose. And is there such a thing as fighting outside of Las Vegas? Of course not. Of course not. We all know that's where it's at. So you've taken a little criticism over the past few years. Just fight Billy Joe Saunders next. I mean, the guy looked phenomenal in his last fight. Challenge accepted, said Canelo, right? And most importantly, don't forget to brainwash your fans. After you made about $400 million, don't worry, they'll keep paying for it. And finally, right, we got to end this, right? Finally, you can end your career with a big bang. I would recommend fighting a 40-year-old Gennady Golovkin and that's how you put a stamp on that resume. So what do you guys think? My quick guide to becoming Canelo Alvarez. Now let's read some of these comments here. You know, look, a lot of people get mad at me, but whatever. So, okay, hang on, let me back up here. How do I do this? I'm learning on the job, people. He built his star power by fighting smaller guys with names, okay? And here's where this dude tried to tag everybody to pile up on me, but it didn't work. Because if you're going to try to debate me, you got to come with some knowledge and facts, okay? And it's funny how when you put something out like this, you notice the Canelo fans kind of go a little bit silent, okay? They kind of get quiet. It's funny because it's all true, except I think he won the second fight, Gennady Golovkin, or at least it was a draw. Okay, fair. Most shameful of all was him vacating his title to avoid Gennady Golovkin. You are correct, sir. No mention of a prime Daniel Jacobs, the biased blasphemy. Look, and I actually meant to mention Daniel Jacobs, but it was getting a little bit long, so I had to cut it off. And Kovalev is 36, brother. Edit your post. You are correct, sir. All right. And I wrote, and marketing is always key when battling your way through the ranks. You want to make sure you tell the fans there isn't a rehydration clause, but at the last minute, kind of throw it on there like a log on a fire. Just sneak that little rehydration clause right on in there. Sponsored by Tecate. Sponsored by Tecate, right? All right, and then I wrote, he's a dude, I'm curious, how many Canelo fans' vaginas did you hurt with this one? Like my man Gennady Golovkin says, this is boxing. Yup, 100% truth. I'm a teller of truth, people. I'm a teller of truth. Yeah, check this out. We did a little Anthony Joshua Ruiz rematch. Who wins? Got 79 votes saying, let's see, Ruiz KO. They got Ruiz winning. Wow. And then only 41 have Anthony Joshua, and then 27 decision. So, we've got two more. We got two more options, I think. Do we? But yeah, you know what? I'm going to do a prediction video on that. So what are the other two? Region by decision? Not sure. I'll tell you later. 2 votes. But the majority of the people, nearly 80 votes for Andy Ruiz to win. I don't think so. I don't agree with that. So, and you know what? I'll make a video. We'll talk more about it, but I totally disagree with that. I mean, I'll talk a little bit, but I think look, I don't think Anthony Joshua is going to make the same mistake. You know, there's no way. I mean, if he can just make a few minor adjustments, Ruiz is custom made for this dude. You know, custom made. So I don't know why my phone is freaking out. I'm on my phone right now, guys. So I'm trying to navigate through this, which I've never really done, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, come over to Counterpunch Boxing Talk again. Shout out to you guys who, sent those donations. It means a lot to me. I do appreciate it. And I'm definitely going to, personally thank each and every one of you. So what do you think? The guide to becoming Canelo Alvarez.